Welcome to the Faster, Easier, Better Show with your hosts LeeSilber and Ellen Goodwin.
Welcome to the Faster, Easier, Better Show. I'm your co-host, Ellen Goodwin, along with my co-host...
Lee.
Lee.
I wasn't sure. Should I stop? Should I go?
Perfect. Today, I want to talk about knowing when to stop. It ties in with perfectionism because a lot of times when we have tasks or jobs that we're doing and they're kind of low value, they're not important, knowing when to stop is pretty important. You don't want to keep going on something when it doesn't matter.
Sometimes I do it for me. Like,
Okay.
I want it to be a certain way, or I need it to be perfect so I can move on.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, if I put a hard stop, a deadline, and I'm like, I've got to get done with it, I will do it just as much, but I'll do it quicker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I need that hard stop. When it hits this date or this time or this point, I'm done.
It's got to be done.
So working backwards, I'm going to work a lot faster and probably more efficiently, knowing that that's coming where it has no end.
Exactly.
It just kind of drifts.
Right. So knowing when to absolutely stop. That's Parkinson's law, which we've talked about a lot. Parkinson's law says that a task will expand to fill the time available. So if you give yourself 30 minutes, you're going to make this task just last 30 minutes when maybe it just needs to be 5.
Yeah, I was going to say Michael J. Fox joke, but no.
No, you've offended enough people.
Yeah. And so, as a perfectionist myself,
Right.
I will sometimes delegate something and then and then go back and look at it and go, ooh, I need to go back and fix that or make it better or finish it.
Do you?
And I do. And I have to stop. I'm half the time when we talk about things, it's teach what you need to learn. And I'm very bad at trying to make things look a certain, because I won't be able to walk away and feel good about it until it's just so. So for some things, I will delegate and then I will finish it.
Okay.
Meaning that's much more efficient than me doing the whole thing.
And going over
I
and
know it's
over.
never going to be up to my standards, which are crazy.
Right? I hear
but
that.
it gets the bulk of it done, and then I can just come in and polish it off.
I totally hear that. I knew, so in December when I was finishing my book, actually it was November, I knew one of the things that was going to stop me was the cover, because as a former graphic designer, I knew what I wanted. I thought I knew what I wanted, but I also knew I could make myself crazy. And I did the same thing. I hired someone, they got the bulk of it done, and then I just had a short time to do the thing that I needed to do that made me happy. And it was out the door. Otherwise, I could have just noodled around with that forever. So, delegating, great idea.
Yeah, and I think because we always have to do 3. Steve Jobs said the power and the magic of 3. And they would always say, and one more thing. But the third thing I would say in relation to perfectionism is working with the end in mind. This is a Stephen Covey thing,
Right.
work backwards. So know what it is you need and what you want before you start.
Right, and so that's where your stop is.
Right, but if you don't know exactly what it is, like you let someone else you had an idea for the cover, you knew what you wanted, but without that, then it just floats. Again, it just goes.
Yes.
So knowing exactly what I want, I just think because I maintain the baseball fields and no one else notices how clean the edges are.
Right,
I do.
You do.
I do.
Yes.
And I know what I'm going for, so with that, I can quickly just do it. Whereas if I wasn't sure what I was looking for at the end, I might cut a little here, a little there. I'm quick because I know exactly what it's supposed to look like, and I can do it faster. And that applies to anything. Know what the outcome is so you know when you're done.
Yeah. You know what I call that? Definition of done.
Oh.
So before you start, you have your definition of done. You know exactly what you want the ball field to look like. I know exactly what I want the cover to look like, or what I want a speech to look like, or what. But what is the definition? Even cleaning the kitchen, what's the definition of done? All the dishes are off the counter, everything's clean. Pick a definition of done.
And then it helps you to delegate, because then the person that's doing it knows what you're looking for, and they'll never get it there, let's be honest. But they'll get it close, right?
Exactly.
And then you know when you're done. That's the main thing is you know when you're done.
Yeah, I wrote a book that
I know.
Done.
I'm with you. I'm trying to support you in every way I
know,
can.
but
Subtly.
Subtly. But know what your definition of done is, And don't spend time on things that you don't have to. You got to know when to stop.
Like now.
Like now. Thanks for listening. Join us again next week for another episode of the Faster, Easier, Better Show.